Welcome to the fifth and final part of our tutorial series. In this part, we will be creating a process for our purchase requisition app. In this chapter, we will learn the basics of using Process Builder. Navigate to the App Composer. In the Process Builder section, click Add New. This is the Process Builder, where you can create processes for your app. On the left, we have the Process Builder palette, containing all the elements needed to build a process. In the center, we have the canvas where we can add participants and elements to form the processes. The Process Builder also comes with helpful tools, such as auto layout and a navigator, to make the process building easier. Now let's get started with building a process. First, click the Edit button to edit the process name. Enter a meaningful ID and label in the Process Properties menu. Save the configuration. Close the window. This is the participant swim lane. Click on it to configure it. Enter a label and ID for the participant. This participant is named Requester. Click Accept to select the suggested ID. Click Apply Change. Close the Participant Properties menu. Add a second participant. You can either add a participant above or below the first participant. In this tutorial, we will click the second icon to add a participant below. Click the newly added participant to edit its details. This participant will be named as Approver, since this participant is the one responsible for approving all purchase requests. Click the ID field. Accept the suggested ID value for a faster participant setup. Click Apply Change. Chapter 2. Add Process Components. Here we will be adding components to help flesh out your process. The Start node denotes the beginning of the process flow. One way of adding nodes to the process is by dragging and dropping elements from the Process Elements palette. However, in this tutorial, we will use another method. Hover over the Start element to reveal points. Click and drag the point to a blank part of the Requester participant swim lane. Select Activity from the list. Click the activity to enter its Properties menu. Name the activity Submit Request. Click Accept to accept the suggested ID. Click Apply Change. Click and drag to add another activity. Click Activity. A second activity is added. Click the activity to edit its properties. Name the activity as Approve Request. Click Accept to accept the suggested ID. Click Apply Change. Close the Properties menu. Click and drag to add a root node. Click Root. Click and drag a point from the Root tool to add a tool node. Click Tool. Click the tool node to open its Properties menu. Name the tool Notify Approved. Click Accept to accept the suggested ID. Click Apply Change. Click and drag a point in the Root node to add a second tool. Click Tool. You can readjust the node's position to make your process look neater. Select the tool. Name the tool Notify Rejected. Click the ID property to configure it. Click Accept to accept the suggested ID. Click Apply Change. Close the Properties menu. Your process isn't complete yet. To close out a process, we need to add an end node to end the process flow. Click and drag a point in the Notify Approved tool element. Select the end node. Repeat this action for the Notify Approved tool element as well. Click End from the menu. Adjust the node if necessary. You have now created the basic process structure. Now let's configure it. In this chapter, we will look into configuring the components to your process. To handle routing in a process, we use the diamond-shaped route node. For the process transition, we can define conditions for the process flow path. In the Transition Properties menu, you can further customize its appearance and logic. However, we won't be doing this in this tutorial. Close the Properties menu. Now, click the route node to configure it. Open the Mapping tab. Expand the Plugin drop-down menu. Select the Simple Rules plugin. Click Add New to add a new rule to define how requests will be evaluated. Add a condition for the if statement. Type in status as a variable. Status will be suggested in the drop-down. Select it. For value, type in Approved. A Then Rule section is displayed. Click Add Action. Expand the drop-down menu. Select Notify Approved from the drop-down list. Add another action under Else Then Rule. Click the drop-down list. This is to set what happens when the rule conditions are not met. Select Notify Rejected. Save the route configurations. Close the Route Properties menu. Now that our process is confirmed, we can save the process builder. Now we will map our participants to particular users, groups, organization chart, and so on. Start by clicking the requester participant. In the Mapping tab, click the drop-down menu under Type. You can see a list of different users. However, we aren't going to assign any particular users to the requester participant for now. We will, however, assign the admin to the approver participant. Click the approver participant to start. Open the drop-down menu under Type. Select Users, since we are selecting a particular user from the organization. For this case, it will be the admin account. You will notice a user's drop-down menu appears. Click it to select a specific user. Select the admin account from the list. Click Apply Change. Now that the users have been mapped, it's time to configure the activity nodes. Next, select the Submit Request activity. Open the Form Name drop-down to assign a form to this process step. Select the request form created in the form builder earlier. Save your changes. Select the Approve Request activity. Open the drop-down menu under Type. Select Form. We don't have a form to handle requests received yet. We will need to create one in Form Builder. You can seamlessly create a new form to be used in this field without returning to the App Composer page. All you need to do is click the Add New Item button. Similar to creating a form in Form Builder, fill in the form ID, form name, and table name. Name the form Approve Request with the form ID in camel case and the table name in snake case. Save the form. You can now configure the form by clicking Open Item in Builder. This redirects you to Form Builder in a new tab. Now that we are back in Form Builder, we can create the approval form. First, let's start by renaming the section name. Click the section to configure it. We will rename this section to Purchase Request Approval. Save the edits. Close the Properties menu to return to editing the form. From the palette, add the subform element to the canvas. Click on the subform element to configure it. Expand the form drop-down list. Select the request form. Close the subform element menu. Add a radio element to the form. Click the radio button field to start configuring its properties. Rename it to Decision. Click Accept to use the suggested ID. Now we will add two options to the radio button, which are Approved and Rejected. Click the Add button. Configure the value field. Set the value to Approved. Configure the label field. Set it to Approved as well. Click Add New to add a second option. Configure the second option. Set the value and label properties to Rejected. Expand Advanced Options. Scroll down to the Workflow section. Click the Workflow variable property to map the radio button to the status variable, so that the variable can capture the selected value and its flow to its configured process path. Save the changes. Close the Radio Properties menu. Now that the Approve form has been created, you can save the form. Click Preview to see how the form will appear and function. Here you can fill in the form to see if it works as intended. However, records will not be saved in Preview. Click the Design tab to return to the form. If there are no changes to be made after reviewing the form, we can now return to Process Builder. Next, click any of the tools in the process. Let's click the Notify Rejected tool. Expand the Tools drop-down. You can select any tool to map that tool to Process Tool plugins. For example, if you select Email, an email notification will be sent to the users defined within that tool if the request is rejected. For now, we aren't going to select any tools in this tutorial. Close the Tool menu. Save the process. Click Run Process to test the process. Click Run Process. When you click Run Process, it allows you to quickly start a new current process instance. Click the Date Required field to select a date. After filling up the form, click Complete. You can also confirm if the process is running by navigating to the Monitor Apps page by clicking Monitor and then Running Processes. In Chapter 4, we will look at how we can integrate our process into the UI of our app. Click the Quick Edit button. Click App Composer to return to the App Composer page. Select the Purchase Requisition UI created in the previous tutorial. Click the lowest menu category. Click the Add Category button. Then click the category and rename it in the Properties menu. Save changes to the category label to update the menu. Click and drag the Run Process element to the Purchase Request category. Click the Run Process element. Expand the Process drop-down menu. Associate the Run Process button with the Purchase Requisition process. Rename the Run Process menu to Submit Purchase Request. Update the menu ID as well. Click Accept to use the suggested ID. Save your configuration. Next, add the Inbox menu to the category. Add a List menu as well